about you said like being still is one of the things you also experience when you fast too is you really have to sometimes just really be still and not think about too many things or try to do too many things is because you pretty much just essentially you have many goals when you fast, but if you were to narrow it down, your goal is just kind of to complete it. And it's just like you almost can't wait to get there, but you don't want to be mindless doing it. And that is also a challenge itself because like I said, I'll be honest, I feel like if I was laying down just watching TV, relaxing, pretty much doing nothing in terms of productivity, it would be so much easier in my opinion, but it also could have been harder because I was distracting myself a lot from working. Like this was kind of like the routine, right? I wake up, I read the Bible as usual, brush my teeth, these type of stuff, went to the gym, and then straight from the gym, I was working, I was door dashing. At night, I would come back, we would drink tea or something because tea actually helps you sleep, not only because, the warm water in your stomach. We would also, take electrolytes. I would drink water with lemon, salt, just to keep myself hydrated and stuff. And then at night, we would just read the Bible again, have a talk on how our day went, reflecting. He would tell me the experiences from going to an Orthodox church, that type of stuff. Because I didn't go with him as often; I was mostly working. And then we would go to sleep. It's just so different. It's just such a different lifestyle when you don't have to think about because it's always like that. When I come back home, I call him on my way. I'm like, "Yo, Georgie, what are we eating for dinner?" But that wasn't the case because
we couldn't eat.
We couldn't eat, right? And it just helps you to understand that okay, when I'm gonna go home, I have to sleep on an empty stomach, and let me just kind of get myself prepared that that's possible and not get in my head too much, saying, "Oh, how can I even go to sleep without food in my stomach?" Because that's another thing. People will understand who are going through this, where if it's a habit of eating before going to sleep, it is actually very difficult to go on an empty stomach because it's in your head constantly. You don't think about sleep until you get food in your stomach. And it's just...
Do you have a lot of energy, you think?
No, I didn't have a lot of energy. However, I was more relaxed. I was very calm. It was... and that's another thing that I like about being when you fast or you're deprived from energy, even when you don't have when you have lack of sleep, you're actually very chill.
Mm-hmm.
Like personally,
Some
that's
people get hangry though.
Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't. There were some moments though. It is easy to get angry though. It is very easy to get angry when you're when you're either sleep deprived or when you don't have food. So in other words, energy. However, it seemed like I was maintaining more of calmness because you don't even have energy to argue. You don't even have energy to get angry about things. All you want to do is just go to sleep, just rest, and wait for that day to break the fast. So that's a very good thing you get out of it. And you almost feel like you're kind of high. It's a good high. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You know how people get high from smoking and even like drunk from drinking? Personally, me, I don't know what that feels like, but I do know what it feels like when you're very sleep deprived and you're kind of high, or when you're very hungry and you feel like your eyes are just kind of shutting. And
because like when you're fasting and you don't eat that much, and you don't really eat that much food, like you don't need to sleep as much.
Yeah, that's another thing. You don't really need to sleep that much. And that's a crazy thing. You actually have energy, yet you don't. How did you feel? You kind of have energy, but you don't, right?
Afternoon, I had crazy energy when I would work out.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Like, I wouldn't even feel hunger at all.
Well, you always I feel like you always have energy, though.
Yeah.
George, you're
just like hyper.
I'll crash out.
Yeah.
But so mornings were the hardest when you first wake up because that's when your body needs energy to go through the day. And obviously, it's I don't know the word. I forgot the word for it, but it's when your body's used to in this rhythm of eating in the morning, then whatever, and then nighttime you also eat and then go to sleep.
Right.
I don't know what they call that, but it's like a rhythm that your body. That's why your body asks you to eat.
I'm not too sure what it's called, but I do because plus we were fasting, so when you fast for the night, your body kind of signals you, hey, you don't have food in your stomach for all those hours that you slept. And you just wait, because when you sleep, your body actually uses a lot of the energy to rest and recover and repair your cells and all these type of stuff. So when you wake up, you're like, oh, I just wasted all this energy. I need something to eat, but you don't have that.
Yeah. mornings were the hardest, and then
Right.
nighttime was the worst. But then it was easy because, like, I'll be honest, my body, the sleep was just so much better at nighttime because I was more relaxed. Because I don't know, I don't really have that like stable sleep, I would say, because I usually wake up like in the middle of the night just for like a couple minutes and I just fall back asleep. I don't know, that's just my thing. And then, but this time
Do you use a bathroom or just randomly wake up?
No, I just randomly wake up sometimes and then I go back to sleep. But this case, I was just out all night, which was good.
Right. Which was good.
So first day was the hardest. We even talked about this. So the hardest part about it was the beginning. That the first day was the hardest, and then last day was the hardest.
You were just like, last day, you're just like, I can't wait. Just like,
I can't wait till I eat, bro. I swear. And that was it. And the first day, since we didn't even have it planned out, it's different. You know, you just put you're not mentally prepared to do this thing, and then you come to like in the last second. That's what made it hard the first day, but the rest of it was easy.
No, when you broke your fast, did you guys feel like a flood of just like...
I just want to eat a lot?
Because whenever I break a fast for like... if I fast for like 18, 20, 24 hours, whatever it is, and I break the fast, I feel like this like wave of just... I don't know what it is.
You just want to eat a lot or... Bless you.
Excuse me. No, what it is like whenever I break a fast, you almost get... Not like brain fog, but you're not as clear.
Yeah.
Regardless. Like you're just like... Whenever I would break the fast... I'm just not as clear as when I'm like super fasted.
2 days I was bloated because I was eating a lot. I was actually stuffing myself. And yeah, I was brain fogged. I was like, you know what I mean? And now I'm good. But first 2 days, I was just thinking about food, eating.
Yeah.
I'm like, how can I bulk up? Get back to it.
Get that muscle and the strength back. But now I'm chilling.
Do you guys lose weight at all?
Dude, I stood on a scale on Monday. But that's after we ate.
So I was drinking a lot of water then. Huh.
Yeah,
we retained a lot.
I was drinking a lot of water, but I think surprisingly we just retained a lot. But the idea is, I think I only lost like 5 pounds. I was surprised how I only lost 5 pounds. I guess there's not much to lose, right?
Did you guys like go to the bathroom a lot?
No,
not really. No,
really?
Because
what about the number two? Like, did you guys like
the number two? No, because you don't eat.
What?
Wow.
I did. I actually did.
Because you had a lot to get out.
And
Rarely though. Rarely.
And I searched it up. Why I'm like, I'm not eating during the fast. Why would you take it?
It's like it's just spawning in. I don't know.
And then it said because your body still gets rid of the. So look, when you fast, right? We all know that when you fast and you put body, your body starts to
heals,
and then all that bad stuff come out. So what's that bad stuff that comes out? Your poop. So that's basically why it was happening. At first, I was confused. Like, I don't need anything. Why is this happening?
Yeah.
I think the benefits for fasting, like 7-day fast, like I feel like there isn't really much benefit other than like the holy aspect of it and like the clearness. But I think after like 3 or 4 days, like there's not much more benefit than the 2 or 3 days. Because
I agree.
3 days in, like your whole metabolism resets. You're like pretty much in ketosis.
Yeah.
But after that
your
like
mental
third,
state
day,
too. Your mental state gets very strong. So I mean, I guess there's a point why you're doing it.
Yeah, there is a
body,
point.
not
There is a
physical,
point.
physical,
But you guys didn't do it for like the health benefit. You did it to literally, for God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Holy
So it was a
But then
different
it
reason.
just comes with it. The health benefit just comes with it. Yeah.
I'm sure your guys' metabolism just kind of reset like during that though.
I would hope so, right?
Yeah. You guys
You had to, bro.
Had to. And dude, you know what's another thing?
Keto high. You guys are probably in a keto high.
Meaning like just
ketosis, like you guys were using ketones at one point.
we had to. Yeah,
Had to
our body. Yeah, just burning that extra fat, whatever stored.
It's pulling.
just to
It's making
energy.
ketones as energy from your fat storage.
Exactly, and the muscle too, because I
unfortunately,
I actually lost a lot of muscle.
I think
and
it's
stuff.
after 24 hours or like the third day, like it starts using muscle.
really. I would think
If you don't,
third day because
I think it's third day.
24 hours is not enough.
I
Depends on how
think
much
it's
fat
for
you
muscle
have, but-
protein synthesis. Like I think it stops growing after 24 hours, but doesn't use it till 3 days.
Right.
Because if you want to replenish your body, I think it's 24 hours. It lasts for 24 hours. Like if I eat protein now, my body's going to be in muscle protein synthesis for like 24 hours.
Right.
So
Because it's
I don't
not
have to eat protein for that or pretty much for a while.
Right.
Like the next day.
Exactly. Especially
depends
when
how
you're
much I
maintaining
eat, too.
yourself. Right.
But
So I think when we're going to do it next year, I'm probably going to prepare myself a little bit more, meaning like what I eat.
maybe do a
During
3-day
the-
fast before you do the whole week, or just go right into it.
That either that, like kind of leading up to it,
How
or
would you
like
prepare it? How would you
meaning
what's
what
your
you
plan?
what you consume on Sunday before Monday starts.
Do you think it's better to, how about this, prepare yourself with carbs and proteins a lot, or with like
I would
soup.
say high
You need
fats.
You need.
would say
It
fat.
depends.
I think soups are
I
really
think
good
everything.
too.
Honestly, you
Start-
need everything.
You know why?
You would need
a
everything.
little bit of everything.
Soup doesn't really have that much carbs, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not that many carbs like versus
Zero.
pasta
It's
and
almost
yeah.
calories.
So I think that would be good. The reason why is because soup actually has a lot of fat.
Yeah.
When you make it with meatballs, for example, it has high fat.
It has to have meat though, right?
What happens
Yeah,
when you
of
break
course.
a fast? What you're doing is giving your body like energy. So you can give it
Right.
fats and it'll use it. You give it protein, it'll use it, or carbs, and it'll use it. So it really just depends on you.
I don't know. I just think soup would be a good idea, good thing to
No, I think it's good too.
store in your body, and then the protein.
You would, dude.
like
you,
steak.
you would just need energy. Just a bunch of things that your body.
Anything
can
is better.
use,
Like
right?
anything out of those three.
I wouldn't say.
Probably protein will be the first thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't say.
Because when as soon as you spike your insulin and you have protein right in there, it goes settles right back into the muscles.
Yeah.